Alright, yo, what is up? Welcome to episode number 3. We play the Green Bay Packers for number 2. Game number 2 of the season. With number 5, I'll show you the standings of all teams. That way, get a feel of who's going what. I mean, if you look at the bottom of the screen while I'm in the game, you should see records, standings pretty much. You guys know how Madden NFL stuff. Let's get into it though. Shame on Williams. Alright. Hopefully Cousins isn't as bad as last episode. Oh my god. You guys saw episode number 2. You know what I'm talking about. That was so terrible. We apparently scored somehow. We're up 7-0. I'm confused. Let me look in the... Hold on. How the fuck did we score? Scoring summary. Return interception. Okay. He picked it off and ran it in. Nice.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now Cousins. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
We got the first.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really...
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Oh, wow.
Cousins now on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Calling a gain of 5, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Slip screen. Sorry, you're not going to get fucking plugged in.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs.
Dude, why does he stop?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but the big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Josh Jones in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd down, Cousins. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We're at least surely going to take that.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns.
We need a win here.
A reminder coming up at halftime. The coach is back. He made it through the first weekend. That's the good news. And he's going to regale you with stats and scores from around the NFL here in the early games in Week 2.
Think he questioned coming back for Week 2 having to work with us?
I think he did. He's just happy that he is far away in Orlando. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hopefully he does it. Yep, fine. Oh my.
Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Why does he always throw it fucking straight out of bounds, dude?
Hit him with something.
Throw it on bounds. It's fucking punch it.
Pass play there, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander. Wow. And the return will stop right around the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really
needed an infusion of youth.
They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Now Cousins, and that is incomplete.
Cousins really has no fucking brain. Fuck off,
Well, that's...
And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They run it again with Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's... Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play fake. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Morgan. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Let's go.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
Throw it to
when
me.
When offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those...
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota
touchdown. It was mine!
touchdown.
I wanted the touchdown. What a douchebag. Oh my. Oh, we gotta stop. Oh, buddy.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
That's my name right there. I'm confused.
Cousins here to throw on the crossing route, complete. That's Morgan. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The Vikings on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Cousins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now in this. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Vikings, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they will fall to 1-1.
Right.
And they'll try.
We gotta win. Hell yeah. Let's go, baby. We gotta win.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
I can't get an upgrade yet. Almost. So close. We're playing the Buffalo Bills. They're at 74 overall rating to our 83. Oh my god. If we lose this game, dude, I'm retiring as a rookie. Swear to God. Hang on, Sean McQueen.
We've been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the
New York won. They were not 0-2. Wow. Cleveland was 1-1 before this week.
Let's go, let's go.
Hey. 4 down.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Look at that.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie. And was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
No way. So Dallas?
Off the play fake, Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
What?
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Detroit's 2-0.
Cousins now from the 50. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 70 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
And complete right side to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. On third down, Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Cousins on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
Run straight down the middle.
The Vikings now heading on to the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph.
What if I can ever get hurt?
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morgan. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
People getting hurt left and right, bro.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Play action now. Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Wow, bro.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
2-minute warning.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. More from Minneapolis after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And now the Bills. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on fourth down.
We absolutely destroyed them, I guess.
Let's go, guys.
NFL 20 seconds.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On second down, Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yellow.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining.
Surely you're kicking it, right? Okay, thank God.
Here's Brad Wing now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Really get a hot minute waiting for the ball to come out.
Let's go.
Holy. No, we're not running that here.
Hey. 4 down. Patient.
First down, here's Cousins. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Are you kidding me?
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
To throw, Cousins. And to the 43, so down inside
the 45
to the 43-yard line.
5 interceptions. This is only game 3 of the season.
And now out comes Minnesota.
If you're joking, dude.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Cousins now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Cousins now. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check. 4 down. 4 down.
A second down throw for Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for Buffalo.
Let's go, guys.
Lions up 28 to 4 over 2014 on New Orleans.
Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And that will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
We're going.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Get off of
And
me!
he's going to get this all
I
the way
almost
down
had that,
inside the
dude.
35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
28 yards on
Some
that.
think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This will be caught at about the 5. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. To the air again, it's Cousins. And look at this. They
I
get
didn't
the
tell him
turnover
to
they need. It's
I was really about to
intercepted.
end. He's fucking chunked in my
A great
way.
read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guy.
I was about to call for it. He's fucking doing it.
And out now come the Vikings. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
I don't know why he didn't throw it to me.
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Hello? No! Why does he keep switching me? Damn, bro.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
I don't know what the fuck's happening. I'm not even hitting anything. He's like switching me back and forth. Fucking punt it. Shit.
Here's Brad Wing now. He's been terrific so far.
Dude, that's fucking mad annoying. Holy fuck.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Spurs!
5 down, stand up in.
Throwing here, Cousins. Oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now the Bills will take another timeout.
All right, we get the dub.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this.
All right. So that's 2 wins. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Let's upgrade this one. I'm a 79 overall now. Bang. Alright. Nice.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
We play the Rams for 2-0. They lost. Alright, let's go do it here. Please leave a like on the video. Comment down below what you want me to play. And I will see you guys next time.